everybody, welcome back to another episode of Truth Thursday. My name is Richard Ekene Uzubo. On the show today, it is going to be an exciting, amazing time because this question I have right here is one that, I saw the question and it blew my mind because it's something that, we shy away from discussing, but then it's really important. It's real life issues that people are going through, and I totally understand what this person may be going through at this time. But just before we go into this question, so let me just tell you a little about Truth Thursday again, as usual. So Truth Thursday is that show where we come and we share opinions on real life issues that people share. We share our thoughts, we share our opinions, we share our burdens together. So if there is something you're going through and you've been keeping it to yourself for a long time because you're probably afraid of sharing it with anybody who is going to blow it out of proportion or start to gossip about it, make it the news and all of that, or you have any depressing issue that you're going through at the moment and you just need someone to talk to, but there is nobody available at the time, or there is you don't have anywhere to go to, and this thing is eating you up on the inside. Okay, so this show allows you to share your burdens, allows you to share your stories, success stories, failure stories, depressing stories, whatever type of stories, and then we talk about it. I come here and I talk about it on the show, and hopefully you get all the healing that you want from us discussing it. Okay, so if you want to participate in the show, you can just send in whatever stories, whatever burdens it is you're going through. And if that's not how you want to participate, you also want to participate by sharing opinions, then just click in the comment box and leave your comments on the episode. At the end of the episode, just share your comments on whatever it is we have discussed, and then you could be helping someone get out of depression, you could be helping someone heal in whatever way they need healing. Okay, so with that said, by the way, I must say that you can stay anonymous if you're the one sharing the burden or sharing whatever problem it is you're going through. So you have the opportunity to stay anonymous. Nobody knows that you're the one sharing the story, and so it is really, really private. Okay, so with that said, let's get to today's show. But just before we do, let me go on this quick break. Thursday on Home of Gospels. Again, my name is Richard Ekene Uzubo. So very quickly, let's go to today's question. So this person sent in this question, and I'm sure that it's been a burden. That's why this person has shared this with us on the show. So I'm just going to read out the question, and I'm going to share my opinion and share my thoughts about the situation, okay? And then you can leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, okay? I'll read the question. So the question is, why is it that boys or guys always base their relationships on sex? I was dating this guy and we had both agreed no sex until marriage. Then suddenly he breaks up with me. Okay. Really, really okay. Right, that's interesting, isn't it? It's something that we shy away from a whole lot, because you cannot tell me you're in a relationship and you have not had this experience where the guy wants sex, or there's a lady that wants sex, or sex pops up somewhere and then one of you is trying not to do it because you want to keep it until you're married, right? This comes up all the time in every relationship, regardless of whether you are even a child of God. Okay, it comes up because, as a matter of fact, you are flesh, you have blood running through your veins, and so every time you spend moments with this person you say you really love, emotions grow, passion comes up, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in positions where you just want to touch each other, you just want to show these affections, you just want to go on a little extra on each other, and it takes the grace of God, and then it takes discipline, and it takes a whole lot for you to be able to say, let's wait till marriage. So you are saying no, you want to wait till marriage, but he's not all for that, and then he breaks up with you. And the part of this question that got me really triggered is the fact that she generalized the question. Okay, she generalized us men and said that why is it that men base their relationship on sex? Okay, so I'm going to start by saying, first of all, that's a very, very wrong impression. It's not all men that base their relationship on sex. As a matter of fact, I've heard of people who eventually get married and their husbands are not even, so interested in sex. They hardly even want it, as much as we think men always want it. Excuse me. So it's really a wrong impression to think that men always base their relationships on sex. That's not completely true. I think that if you say that is that's basically for a group of people, or you could just categorize it to some people and say some men, base their relationship on sex. I'll totally agree with you on that, by the way, because I feel that men are just physical in nature. Everything that a man is going to express, he likes to express it physically. When he's angry, he wants to express it physically. When he's in love, he wants to express it physically. When he's happy, he wants to express it physically. So men are naturally very physical in nature. So it's almost natural for men to be like that. But then I would still not say that every man base their relationship on sex. With that said, I'd like to say that really the truth is, and you really need to understand this very clearly, and this is general for everybody, the truth is men are more likely to wait for a woman that he wants to get married to when it comes to sex. Trust me, if a man really, really wants to get married to you, like he sees you and what comes to his mind is not just friendship relationship, it's not just a casual relationship, he thinks about marriage. Trust me, he's more likely to wait no matter how long you want him to wait. So first question is you need to really define the relationship where you find yourself. So in this relationship where you have found yourself, you want to ask yourself, what really is this relationship about? Is it marriage, or are you guys just dating? Now, if a guy is just dating you for the sake of dating, right? If a guy is just with you because he likes you, he likes your body, he likes your curves, he admires the way you look and all of that, not because he hardly talks about marriage. He's basically talking about let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that. Trust me, if that man is not talking so much marriage, then he may just want sex only, right? But if he's talking marriage, if he's really serious about marriage, then he's more likely to wait for you to be ready. And that's why you see that when a man wants to get married, he's no longer really interested in physical attraction. He's no longer really interested in how you look. He's more interested in attitude and character. When men want to play around, they look for physique, they look for body, they look for how good looking you are. But when men want to really get married, when they want to settle down, they start to check out for character, they start to check out for attitude, they start to check out for morals, they start to check out for so many other important details. Can you take care of my children? Can you keep my home and all of that? So men are beyond sex, they're more than sex actually. But the question is, have you defined that relationship? Maybe he's just in that relationship with you, casually. Maybe he's just dating you. That's why when you get into a relationship, it is very important that you ask a lot of questions. I hope that someday we'll get to an episode where we get to discuss stuff like that, where you need to ask a lot of questions. Ask this guy, what are we really doing? Are we planning to get married? Are we just dating? Are we just seeing each other? We've been friends for a while. We've been, so let's start to define it. Take your time to define that relationship on time. Okay, so it's very important to define what it is you're doing with that guy, and then you would know if he really wants to stay with you. So it's really not just about the sex. It's about what does he really want from you, a wife or a girlfriend. So the next thing I'd like to say second point, by the way, is value. Value. Trust me, if a man, you said that you both agreed no sex until marriage, and all of a sudden he breaks up with you, please let him go, because obviously he has placed a value on you, and that value is sex. Apart from sex, you are nothing more to him than just sex. And that's how much value he sees in you. And trust me, if you are crying, if you feel bad, if you feel emotional, if you feel sad that a man left you because you refuse to give him sex, then trust me, even you don't know your value, you don't know your worth, you don't know what you have, or probably you don't even have anything to offer. Maybe that's just all you have to offer, because if you really have a lot to offer, if you value yourself, if you put a lot of value on yourself, then you would know that you are more than just how do I put it? You're more than just a piece of material that someone thinks he can just have sex with, and you cannot be idolized or sexually idolized. No, because you have placed a lot of value on yourself. So it is about placing value on yourself. This man has obviously placed a value on you, and that value is sex, and then he's walking away because you cannot give him that value. I think you should let him go. I think you should not even think about it, not even beg about it. Pastor Kingsley said something really interesting. He said, if a man is walking away from you, he's leaving you alone, and then you start to beg him and say please and all of that, you're just disgracing what is left of your family. So please don't do that. Don't even beg him. Let him go, especially for a reason like this. He doesn't value you. Obviously, trust me, you are more than a sex idol. You are more than that. You are a whole woman with a lot of dignity, with a lot of value, with a lot to offer your generation, your world, everybody around you. There is so much you can give other than sex. There is so much on the inside of you that you can offer a man. So if this man has placed just value of sex on you, I think it's about time that you walk out on that. As a matter of fact, I would have walked out of that relationship myself before he even asked me to, before he even says that he wants to walk out of the relationship. Okay, so I think you should just let him go. Then stay your standards. If you have certain standards, then keep it. Don't lower your standards because of a particular man. If you're lowering your standards because of a man, then eventually you're going to have to, accept whatever he gives to you, because you already lowered your standard. As a matter of fact, you should not lower your standard for anything whatsoever. If your standard is, I'm not going to have sex until I'm married, keep it that way. Hold on to it. Let men see you and respect the fact that this is your standard. This is who you are. This is how you are. And this is how you're always going to be. It doesn't make you any less than any other person who lowers their standard. As a matter of fact, let me tell you something that I believe you probably have heard somewhere, or you probably know sometime before now. Men tend to respect women who place their standards really high, who never lower their standards, who stand in front of the crowd, who stand in front of people and can say, this is who I am, and I don't care what you think about me, this is who I am. Okay, so I feel that if you have a particular standard, stay your standard, stay on them. Don't lower it for no man. Don't say, see, men are, I'm sorry to say this, but men can be very, very manipulated, especially when they need to get something out of you. We know what to say to get you to drop your standards. Trust me, if a man wants to, just have sex with you and, move on, and you already set your standards to, no, I'm not having sex until I'm married, he will tell you 1,001 reasons why it's okay to have sex, and even God is not going to be offended. It's okay to do it. Trust me, men are good when it comes to things like this. Okay, I'm laughing because I'm not going to tell you why I'm laughing, please. Don't even let me go into that. But trust me when I say that men can be very, very manipulated when they really want something out of you. So don't fall in for those manipulations, and then don't lower your standards because of all of that manipulation. And then finally, Men never really walk away. Men never really walk away. So if a man really likes you, or if a man wants to date you, or if a man wants something from you and you refuse to give it to him, and he tells you he's breaking up with you and all of that, blah 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 blah, trust me, after some months, he's going to come right back. And when he's coming back for the same thing. He's not coming back like, okay, he's repentant now and he's going to give you whatever you want. No. Trust me, he has just re-strategized and then he's coming back to try again to do exactly what he's done before. So that was why I said in the point before now that you should not lower your standards, because when he comes back, he's going to come back really subtle, he's going to come back really smooth, he's going to come back really sweet and everything. He's going to show you that he really cares. Men never really walk away. Take it from me. If they find out you're married, even if they get married, there is still that 1% chance that he's going to come back. So don't lower your standards for nobody. Okay? So that's what I think about this question. I think, first of all, like I said, if it's a wrong impression for you to think that all men base their relationship on sex. No. When a man really likes you, really loves you, and wants to get married to you, he would wait. Trust me, he would wait. It would be difficult. I'm not saying it wouldn't. It would be absolutely difficult for him to wait. But then he would stay through the pressure and he would wait. 2, value. He has placed value of sex on you. That's all he has done to you by saying that he cannot continue this relationship because you refuse to have sex with him. He has placed that much value on you. So if that's the much value you have for yourself, then no problem. But if the value you place on yourself is more than that, then I think you should just walk away. And like I said, stay your standards. If your standards are this high, don't drop them because of a man, because sooner or later he's going to come back. Okay, so that's been the show. Again, my name is Richard Ekene Ozugbo, and the show is Truth Thursday on Home of Gospels. Follow us on YouTube at Home of Gospels to watch this episode. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this episode. Don't forget to tell someone that there is a platform where they can share their burdens. Okay, in the description box, there is going to be a link where you want to share your burdens. Just click on the link and then you can write up your story and we can come here and discuss it. So I see you again next Thursday in our next episode. Have a wonderful time and stay blessed.